We were engaged a number of years ago, and I want to walk through a little bit of what we talked about. Organizing stakeholders and determining scope of analysis. This was a project called SafeStat, and the idea here was to monitor and track the progress of traffic and safety projects. So very important to the organization because it really cut across all of their projects and tried to tie together for them how well are we doing at our primary business objective, and that is to make sure that traffic moves and that people are safe. And so there were many stakeholders involved here, and one thing that they were good at was figuring out the scope of analysis and figuring out who the stakeholders needed to be. So the engagement we had with them on this project was mostly over the phone. Now, again, there were some email questionnaires and there was some other information flowing back and forth by way of documents, etc. But we didn't go on site with these folks. This was done in a couple of days over the phone. Now, did they have the discovery session facilitation skill? Were they good at doing this? And so understand one of the key things they were doing on this pilot project was they wanted to test what happens if we drive far better quality requirements into our development process. You know, because like many organizations, they thought they were doing a heck of a job, but they were continually going over time and over budget, even though they believed they had a really strong development team. And they were honest enough to determine that, no, we really don't have that facilitation skill. We're not experts at standing in front of a group of 30 or 40 people and leading a discussion that's aimed at defining requirements. And so in this particular engagement, we spent 2 weeks with the folks at one location, brought them all together, and had some great discussions. Next part. So in the 2 weeks, you don't get all of the detail that you need, not if you're going to do a really good job. And so the question became, could they, on their own, do the requirements elaboration process? Did they have that capability? Could they put that all together? And they decided that, no, we're not sure. So we were brought back again to spend 6 weeks tracing and documenting all of the variations, driving out all of the business rules, documenting all of the data elements, covering all the details of all of the requirements for them. So the last piece here was, were they good at IT requirements management practices? Once they got really good requirements, did they know what to do with them and how to trace them? And they were quite confident that they could, and in fact, that's what we did.